Let's see. Let me get my testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we got some audio now. Hello, everybody out there, and Stephanie, I know you're there. So I just wanted to show everybody what it takes to turn a Fordite pen, and what the turner has to do. So I'm going to show you this here. As I was turning it, this big chip flew off because as it's turning, it's sort of getting underneath those layers and it popped it off. I didn't notice it until I had turned down this end here, and then I found this big chip laying on the floor. So I have to super glue this chip back in there. And by the way, it's going to be gorgeous. The colors are awesome. And I'll turn it down now. But now I'll put it back on here and I'll show you what I have to do with this giant chip. So I got my little X-Acto knife here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. They can't hear you unless you're talking into my microphone.
I have.
Oh, you got a microphone? Sweet.
Where's the chat part?
Oh, go up to the top there. Comments there. There you go. And now nobody's commented yet, we're just watching. But anyway, so now I've got to trim this down here to about the profile of where it is. This is why it takes a little bit more labor to turn a Fordite pen. They come out gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but you know, just want you to see what's going on here. And I've got to turn it down to this profile because if I start turning it, it'll lift that thing right off. So I've got to get most of it trimmed down. And we'll do that right now.
Stephanie, did you see the Hanukkah blanks that we showed you? Aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah, I think she saw those.
I even sent her the leopard one. That's my favorite. It's just two of the different blues used at Hanukkah, but it's really nice. And the candy cane one is kind of cool. Silver, half silver. It will turn really beautiful. That silver will pop out on one end.
And I turn these Fordite pens very, very minimally. The speed is high of the lathe, but I am just inching my way into them because this is generally what happens. No big deal. The pain is worth the gorgeousness at the end.
Hi, Sheila. Welcome.
Hello, Sheila. This is actually Linda Bain's pen, just in case she tunes in.
I'm going to try and reach out to her.
Yeah.
We also got, I should show that bottle opening. Can you show?
Oh, yeah. Stephanie, I did make my first bottle opener, just playing. I went and bought a blank at the woodworking store just to see how it would go. And came out pretty cool. I actually have it attached to a beverage tab lifter, but that could easily be changed because they just screw on. All right, this is, and what I'm going to recommend if people make Fordite blanks is to leave 1.5 inches on either end with no Fordite in it, because this is the most important part of the pen, because that's where you hold it. And this is the place that you'll be lifting off stuff like this. So if this were just gorgeous resin like you see in between the Fordite, that would be fine on either end, so we could turn it nicely and get a good grip. And then you could play in the middle because it's less likely to lift out of the middle. And this does happen here too. See how this chips off a little bit? If this remains when I'm all done, then I'll just fill it in with super glue so it's smooth. It'll look cool, but it'll be smooth. Okay.
And here's the bottle.
So this is the beverage lifter. You can see I got the beverage lifter bottom on it. And this is just an acrylic that I bought at the woodworking store just to try it out. And you essentially will just slide this little thing underneath your beverage tab and pull it up, and it'll lift it up. You don't need to break your nails and do all that kind of stuff. So we're just playing around the other night. This may or may not be for sale. I still need, if I keep it on this beverage top, I've got to refine this down here a little bit. Although this does match the wine stopper bottle stopper thing perfectly. But the beverage lifter is just a little bit smaller down here where they join together.
So we are going to have the wine.
Anyway, that's pretty cool. We're just playing around.
Yep, we do. We
got the pieces in the parts.
And then, your skulls.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking that I'm going to cast up this little skull here and put that on the end of a bottle stopper thing. I think that'll be wild.
We haven't yet, Sheila, but we are going to.
Well, that could be easily swapped out because I just didn't attach it because it was the thing I grabbed.
Right, but it's the same one as that, but we're gonna do a few more different ones. Because that was very much a demand.
But this is the bottle stopper. Let me see if I can swap those out real quick since we're just playing around here.
Oh, it's not.
We're actually just getting ready for the vacation. Just wanted to finish up a few things here and get them out the door tomorrow. Let's see if I can turn this off here. It's pretty tight. I may not be able to get that off.
It's pretty tight.
It is tight. I need like some kind of rubber gripper thing to give myself some grip. I don't know that I have a rubber gripper thing.
I think so.
Let's see. Let's see what I got. I could wrap some washi tape around it, see if that works. Just kidding.
Very funny.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin this by using a wrench on it, but easy to make. Stephanie, we've got these things here, which is the actual bottle stopper. So I just need to make an end for that and screw it on. Can't get the other one off. Okay, so let's start turning this thing again.
But we will have bottle stoppers for the holidays, probably very soon.
Yeah.
Get back. And the cabinets, because if you go get your nails done, like.
Okay, turn it on the blower. And now we'll just ease back into this thing here. Super gentle with this end. There it is. Been repaired, very nice. So just for reference, hang on, man. Just for reference, I've got the lathe turning at 3,800 RPM. I normally turn right around 2,400 for normal pens, but I want this thing to go very fast, and I'll touch it gently just to preserve that Fordite paint integrity. So far, that seems to be working. And I'm not as aggressive on it as I am the resin because it can't take that abuse. Looking down here, super gentle on this. It's better to take an extra 2 minutes to turn the ends than to try to do them too fast. Go ahead, babe. Hey, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence, but I will explain to you what Fordite is if anybody wants to know. Just type it in the chat. Let me know if anybody wants to know. They may all know what it is. Besides gorgeous. Oh, just locked a chunk. There, see this here? That is a chunk missing right there. And that chunk is right here in my hands. So we need to stop now. We need to reapply this bad boy. All right, so here we are. Hang on, baby. We have lost a chip here right on the end. And here's the chip here. So the black separated from the white. And there's the other cool colors on top of that. And it goes right here and fits perfectly back inside there. So what we need to do now is apply some super glue. And they call it super glue, but it's CA glue, Star Bond Medium. It is cyanoacrylate. So we will put a little bit on there, close up our super glue bottle, and we will take that chip, which is right here, and we will put it down on there. And we will slide it into place. Wipe a little bit off, get it off my fingers. I will take a small clamp. Let's see, where's my little small clamp? First, I'm going to hit it with this activator that goes real fast, and I'm going to clamp it down into place. And as you can see, it is masked right in there in perfect spot. And we will wait a few minutes because we can't spin the thing with the thing attached. So we got Stephanie here and Sheila. Hello, both of you. Stephanie says 4 sections left for jack-o'-lantern time.
Almost done with our drills and shit.
You can explain it. I only know. So
I explained it a little bit.
So Fordite. So when they're painting cars, and by the way, it's called Fordite. It's not a rock, even though it sounds like it's a rock. When they paint cars, the cars are bolted to these frames, and these robotic paint sprayers do their thing. And of course, they overspray that paint onto the frame they're attached to. After a while, that paint gets pretty thick on those frames, so they chip it off. I think she was talking while I was turning. But they chipped that paint off, and now they're selling it. They used to just throw it away. So even though it's called Fordite, it's also called Detroit agate. And of course, it can come from any plant anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be Detroit. But that's where it started years ago. And people were making jewelry out of it. You could sand it down and make jewelry out of it, pendants, and it's pretty cool. And you can almost tell, especially from a Plymouth Dodge or Mopar factory, where it came from, because they have very different colors, the greens, the oranges, the purples, and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if Carrie has her mic on. We'll have to see. But anyway, I'm just going through this Fordite, but this is why Turners will charge more for a Fordite, because it's just more labor. Here's the other one we glued in over here. Doing well. It's doing very well. We'll still trim that down just a little bit, but again, it's beautiful. Depending upon the angle, you can see here how it's chipping away. We'll take this down a lot thinner, so we're not worried about that yet. But if this remains when we're done, we'll air blow it out, get it all cleaned out with some alcohol, and then we'll fill it with clear of super glue, this medium acro, what is it called again? Cyanoacrylate. High performance, premium. It's essentially super glue, but it's just a little bit different than super glue. All right, it's pretty super, so we should be done now. Don't think that'll come off. Yep, it's all dried up, all ready to go. All right, let's get this baby going again. And again, I'm worried about this chipping off here because it's laying vertical. And as this spins around this direction like that, I might catch one of these edges, like these little things that have chipped out there. So got to be super, super nibbly in here and not so aggressive. But it's worth it, I'm telling you. They're gorgeous when they're done. All right, let me get out the little nibbler here. Let me turn the blower on so I'm not breathing this stuff. There we go. Super gentle in here. Super gentle. Oh, that just came off again. So now we got a black and a blue separation. It could have been that overnight, as those trays were sitting. Oh yeah, see that? And I lost a lot of that. I don't even have most of that there. Yep. So the thing I glued to it now popped off. So we'll continue to turn it to our profile, and then we'll have to fill that in with some glue. We'll just take it nice and gentle. And this is why most turners don't want to do Fordite, because unless you're sanding everything, if you're using tools like this, you know, you get what you get kind of deal. And it just takes a little more labor, that's all. Let me see where we're going. Okay, that's about as thin as I want to take those guys. We'll finish up the rest. We'll get just a tiny bit thinner. But now let's find the middle of this blank here, because now I got to figure it, and then I've got to fill that end over there. So let's make a couple of dips in here. We'll do 3/4 inch dips here. We'll just do 3 of them there. And that'll look gorgeous. It'll expose a lot of Fordite down inside there. Nice and easy here, Timmy. Nice and easy. Fordites, and Stephanie, you'll like this. Fordites generally tend to be a thicker pen when I'm done, mainly because I'm chicken. Really. I don't want to get too deep because I don't understand their complete structural integrity. So I like to have as much resin surrounding the pen as I can. All right. And again, we'll take this super slow, much slower than a resin pen. Well, let me put this on. There it is, right there. All right. I don't see any notes yet, so we're going to keep on rolling. Or comments. Feeling good. Oh, I missed that comment. Yeah, we're actually turning a sort of a unique pen, one that doesn't come through the shop much. It's called a Fordite pen, mainly because it's a mixture of resin and Fordite. Fordite being those paint layers that come off the painting contraptions in the auto manufacturers. I guess could be motorcycles too. And we take these really, really slow, trimming them down because the Fordite paint is not as structurally integral as resin. All right, it's feeling really nice. I got something missing right here. I can sort of feel it. I'll nibble that down just a little bit. right, that's feeling pretty nice. There's something missing right in here. And then we know that's missing down there. So yeah, we'll get to that. This one down here repaired itself very nicely. That's feeling good. Let me trim up the ends here. That's weird. All right, those will be nice landing pads for a diamond painting tip. All right, that is almost done. With the exception of this end here, I have to fill this in with super glue. You can even see these want to lift in there, so make sure all that dust is out of there. And now we've got to put a little glue on the side there. I'm going to use the thin on that side there because I want it to seep down in there, and thin is almost like water, so it goes everywhere. Then I want to get the medium here, fill over on top of that. And then I'm going to hit that with the activator. So I want that to stiffen up. There we go. And then, to keep it from rolling off, I'm going to put it up here. And we may have to do a couple of buildups of this one. What if I shouldn't sprinkle some glitter in there? Actually, this blue looks really wild. All right, that just got nice and activated. Let me put my blanket down here because I don't want super glue on my bed. We do need to fill in these parts here as well because they got chipped out as the lathe goes around. They look cool, but we don't want them to be rough to the touch. Slowly building up. This activator takes about 10 or 15 seconds to begin that curing process. Of course, I'm gonna overfill it so I can turn it down and then shine it up. And the cool thing is I can put as much as I need to on there to get me a positive profile that I can turn away. And all it does is fill it in with clear super glue. The rest of it looks fabulous, as you can see. Just these problem children here that just happen to be angled in a certain way. You can see how gorgeous that makes it. As you dig into it, it makes that little topographical looking map. Yeah, getting hard as a rock. Beautiful. All right, we'll give that a couple of minutes to sit there and stew. Of course, you can see it drip off the back here, and that's fine because we'll turn that off. Getting hard, little by little. This one here is blowing a little bubble. That's cute. Almost thought I should have filled that with some glitter and the super glue. That'd have been like way cool. But that blue is so great looking. That'll be awesome on the end of that pin. Underneath a little clear bubble. All right, let's see what we can do now. We're just going to nibble this super glue off little by little. That feels very smooth. Got a little bit more super glue to get off of there. That's getting nice and smooth. I think I got all the super glue off. All right, it's feeling good. Let's check it out. Do one final visual. I need a little extra super glue right on that one there. That feels really good. That one needs a little more super glue on it. All right, we're almost there. Medium here. All right, we'll give that a minute. Turn that blower off. Yeah, that'll be nice to look at there, this shiny thing. Get some super glue on my guard. Need that to be super smooth to go back and forth. Nice. All right, that's good. Yeah, welcome. Need a little bit right there too. Where did my can of goodies go over here? All right. I'm going to chip off a little bit, and I'm going to sand off the rest. All right, feeling pretty good. Gonna get the high spots there. That's good. All right, let me turn the blower on. All right, let me get my sanding block out here. Feeling very nice. All right, she is ready for finishing. Okay, let me turn the speed down now. I'll turn it down about 2,000. Up just a little bit. There we go. Right about 2,200 right now. And the interesting thing about this is you're in paint, so it gets gummy, sort of like that what's that carbon fiber one we did. See all the gumminess on her? That's all paint, like working in a body shop. I half remembered. We should name these ASMR diamond painting pen turning. Mesmerizing. Right. The sandpaper gets filled up fast with this paint. A little work right in there. A little more work right here. All right, much better. Let me see what's going on there. Oh, I guess it's just grippy going from paint to resin. Cool. Nothing missing. That's the good part. Well, I guess it's just grippy going from paint to resin. Cool. There we go. Whatever that was just smoothed out. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful. And you can see those colors starting to come out as I get thinner and thinner mud on it. Okay, last one. Again, these Fordite pens tend to be a little thicker because I'm just unsure of their structural integrity like a resin pen. All right, that is now completely finished except for the shine at the end. I'm going to do a couple of wipes to get all the goop off. All right. This is like waxing a car. Takes well to it. All right, we'll get all this stuff off and we'll check it out. Here we go. Oh, yes. Yeah, that baby pops. And here's this thing we filled. Yeah, that baby pops. And here's this thing we filled. That is, the thing I like the most is when you dig down into a Fordite that's laying flat, you get sort of that topographical map, and all the lines are different colors. And you got this one little bullseye right in the middle. Not sure how that was even left there. And look at this one here. And of course, the resin work in there was done really nicely too. Absolutely beautiful. That is too cool. What's up, Dennis? Hope you're doing well. Conflict? No, I got no conflict. Just having a good time getting ready for vacation. Yeah, probably cold up there in northern Russia, I'd imagine. I mean, most of Russia's in the north anyway. All right, so there is the Fordite pen. Fits in the hand nicely. 6-inch blank. Turned, filled, corrections made. Resin looks good. The Fordite looks great. Love it. Very nice. That was called Caribbean Fordite. Caribbean Fordite. Let me see what we got called. That is it for customer orders. We are caught up. Whew, so nice. All right, everybody. I got to go take a shower, get ready for work. I mean, my commute's only about 45 feet. Yes, Stephanie, it is gorgeous. But I do have to shower up and go in there. This is Carrie and I are one and a wake up waiting for our vacation. So we sleep one night and then we wake up the next day and we're on our way. So everybody have a good afternoon. I just wanted to show everybody and catalog what it takes to turn a Fordite pen. And they're all different. Every single one of them is different. Just depends on how the Fordite lays in the resin as they make it up. So have a good evening. Bye-bye.